And a good Tuesday, everybody. Welcome in. Chase and Big Joe here on 102.5 The Game. We are live at Flowers Express in the Rivergate area, right here on Gallatin Pike. Come by, say hello, and, order some flowers for your sweetheart coming up this weekend.
That's right.
That's why we're here. We're here to help you.
Yeah, so Valentine's Day is on Saturday. Get it out today. Get the flowers ordered today. Get them out of the way. Be ahead of the game. That way your significant other thinks like, oh, my goodness, he's ahead of the game. Don't wait until Saturday night at 9 p.m. for the flowers to show up. Just don't do that. So get it done. So we're live at Flower Express out here in Rivergate area. And it's funny. We're at it was a Whataburger.
Yeah.
Building.
Which now there's one down the street.
One down the street, right? So you know where this one is in Rivergate out here, but we'll have much more about flowers, what you can do, some specials we got for our listeners today. For the guys, we got you taken care of today, so you will be a hero. We'll have the owner, Derek Vancer, come on at 12:15 for a little bit and talk about the big weekend ahead. So excited to be here.
Yeah. And we'll tell you about some specials and stuff, too, throughout the show.
You're special.
So, I try.
You are.
And I try. But excited to be here and doing that. At 12:30 today, we're going to have Jake Diebler. He's the head coach of the Ohio State basketball. Is coming up Saturday night at Bridgestone Arena. Ohio State will take on Virginia in a regular season game at Bridgestone Arena. So some college hoops coming up with the Preds on the Olympic break. We're going to talk to Coach Diebler from Ohio State, and then Virginia's coach tomorrow. So looking forward to that.
Look, anything that brings sporting activities to our city like this is kind of cool. So it'll be fun. Saturday, go down there and watch a little hoops action.
And here's the funny thing, because as you like to say, there's always a Nashville connection.
Yeah, pal, I do say that.
Jake Diebler was on Bryce Drew's staff at Vanderbilt when he was here. So he is familiar with the area.
Nice. Can you confirm he's one of the Diebler elves, or is that no? Is that Keebler?
At Big Joe on the go.
Or is that? I want you to name me the greatest Virginia basketball player of all time.
John Glennon.
That is incorrect. He was the greatest male cheerleader at Virginia of all time. It's before your time. I probably shouldn't put you on the spot, but
I really have no idea.
Ralph Sampson, 7'4".
I never would have gotten that.
Yeah, Ralph Sampson was the greatest basketball players ever. Played with the Rockets in the 80s, but one of the greatest basketball episodes of all time was #1 Virginia with Ralph Sampson was beat by Chaminade in a huge upset. Joe Rexroad, you better be listening to this. We got some college basketball knowledge for you. So Chaminade beat Virginia.
Basketball Benny would like that.
Was one of the greatest upsets ever. Also, then, did Virginia not get beat with the first basketball team to lose to a 16? I think they were, right?
Yes, they did. That is correct. And then the next year won it all.
Correct. So that's a little history. We're not going to bring that up with a coach, but.
Well, he wasn't there, so he might.
He should know the history, though.
Yeah,
right?
He should. Yeah, so that's what we got on the docket today. Plus Tim Hasselbeck at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, is he still in Disney? It was a little vacation at Disney World or Disney River. He is riding the teacups.
I don't know. We'll have to ask him. We look up at the screen yesterday and we're like, is Tim at Disney?
Right. Sitting there. I saw a picture of him later on riding the little teacups with that Matt Berry guy.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, great guy.
So excited about that. And again, a great show here at Flowers Express. Did you happen to hear, and we'll bring Dr. Crane in for this, who's at the studio, Jake and Dr. Crane simulate the offseason for the Titans?
I did not.
The one thing I want to start with is they went through the whole process of cutting players and then free agents and then the draft and all that. And I thought overall did a nice job. They were able to get the Rams to take Will Levis for a 5th-round pick.
I can see it happening.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think that's terrible.
No, and I think McVay would like a big old arm, and that'd be great.
So there was that. But they cut Tony Pollard. He was a part of cuts. They cut Snead. They cut Ridley. No problem there. They cut Tony Pollard. What do you think about that?
Not a fan. I think Tony Pollard still got a lot of gas left in the tank. He's not a lot of money either.
Okay.
I don't mind.
But then who did you sign, Nick?
Yes, we signed Kenneth Walker, of all people.
The Super Bowl MVP. He's younger, and you basically were paying the same amount, right?
Yeah, roughly. I mean, Tony Pollard's dead cap was 7.3 million. Kenneth Walker was 9.9 million AAV for 4 years.
Okay.
Again, I don't know what that means. I don't know what the dead cap
Average
means.
annual salary. Dead cap includes incentives, also based on performances as well.
But all right, if it's dead, where was it alive? I mean, I really am that stupid, so I don't understand all that. I mean, he's a hell of a player. I mean, if you can get him for lower than Pollard, sure, yeah.
But the fact that you're getting a younger running back at a reasonable deal for 4 years that's not bad at all. I mean, you're looking at roughly 4 years, 10 million almost. That's 40 million roughly.
All right. Well, I think
that's a good deal because around
and
30, you're going to be done with that deal.
Well, and Robert Saleh is very familiar with Kenneth Walker.
That's
right.
true.
I mean, he'd faced him 2 times last year. No, was it 3 times? 1, 2. Who'd they beat in the playoffs? Yeah. No. Who'd the Niners play?
They lost to the Seahawks. So, yeah, they saw him 3 times.
3 times. That's right. Yeah. God, there's so much football that happened in the last month. Yeah. If you can get younger, that's great. But, I mean, it's hit or miss when you get guys to come in here if they're going to live up to the contract. That's the big thing. Like, all right, you got as I've said, it's really hard to be tough when you're sleeping on silk sheets.
Here's the other thing too. I heard you guys say this, so I think you know this. I don't think Kenneth Walker gets to free agency. I think he gets tagged or re-signed by Seattle before he even gets that far. So he probably wouldn't even be available. Breece Hall, on the other hand, could be, who is a running back for the Jets that Saleh is familiar with. And so if you did want to go younger than Tony Pollard, you certainly could do that. But I think Pollard's been solid, and I don't think running back is a priority.
I absolutely 100% agree.
Receiver, they end up signing Romeo Dobbs, pass on Alec Pierce, and then they said later, kind of wish they had done a little bit more with receiver. I would agree with you. Who'd you draft?
Chris Bell in the 2nd round, coming off a knee injury.
Yeah, don't hate that.
What are you doing? We don't want injured players.
I know.
I like Brazel from Tennessee. And there were a few other another one from Indiana was available. I would have gone Pierce.
Yeah.
Over Dobbs. I think Dobbs gets hurt a lot too.
All right, so if you're Borgonzi and you get one piece to add to the team, what are you adding free agency? You can only get one piece. What do you know?
Pass rush.
Yeah. What's that? Jalen Phillips from the Eagles.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting. I'm getting him. I'm bringing him in, and there you go. And drafting Ruben Bain, you got your front 4.
Ruben Bain went like 3rd in their draft.
Yeah, we had to draft David Bailey.
I don't hate Bailey, but I prefer Ruben Bain.
That was a stretch. I was telling Jake, this is a little bit of a stretch of a pick. I mean, if you were able to trade back again with the time constraints with radio, just couldn't do it.
I mean, I think they're going to shore up the defense more than anything else. If you get Bain and you get Jalen Phillips, man, just go after the quarterback. There you go. I mean, Al Davis was right 50 years ago. Quarterback must go down. He must go down hard. You get to the quarterback. And that's Signetti said that. He's like, you're a playoff run. What was the key to that? He's like, getting to the quarterback. Getting to the quarterback. I mean, that's always going to be true about this. And so I think it'll be true with Saleh building that defense where they're going to go after people. And I'm here for all of it.
615-737-1025 is our phone and text line, driven by WilsonCountyHyundai.com. JoJo, what is our question of the day?
As I was going through some stuff in my closet the other day, cleaning stuff out.
Oh, boy.
I got a bunch of nonsense in there. And I came across a shirt that I've had since junior college that I haven't worn in 30 years, and I can't get rid of it. What's something in your closet you can't get rid? What's a T-shirt you can't get rid of? That no matter what, you haven't worn in forever, you can't get rid of it.
Well, mine's easy. I have one of Dad's Piscetti shirts that he wore at the restaurant. It's hanging in the closet, and it will be hanging there until the end of time.
When's the last time you wore it?
I've never worn it. It was always his that he wore.
But sentimental value, right? Yeah. So sentimental value runs all the spectrum of whatever it is. Mine, I just look at it, I'm like, I haven't put that on probably 35 years. A football sweatshirt, T-shirt from junior college, and I'm like, I hold that shirt. I'm like, oh my gosh, all the memories. And like with your shirt, same thing.
Yeah. So, something for me that I actually did wear is I have a Dale Earnhardt pit crew shirt that I got, before he died, but obviously I'm never going to get rid of that because it's got the 3 and the Dale Earnhardt.
When's the last time you wore that?
Probably the year 2000.
Right.
I mean, before he died.
So we like to say we're not hoarders, but we all are.
Yeah.
Dr. Crane, what's something you got you cannot get rid of?
Oh man, there are a lot of things in my closet. I'd probably say all my baseball jerseys and my football uniforms from the days at Father Ryan. But yeah, I can't let go of those. Those have a lot of memories to them.
Yeah, I don't blame you, man. I wrote a story one time about a belt that I had that broke, and I'm like, I can't get rid. It's a broken belt. I can't get rid of the belt because that was
the one your mom whipped you with.
That's the belt that I wore when my mother passed away. Right,
oh,
so
wow.
I can't get. So my mother passed away. And I wore it with my when my daughter got married. Same belt, and then it broke like a week later.
Oh wow.
So that belt, although it's broken, it sits on my desk, and I look at it, I'm like, that's a belt I have. My mom passed. It's a belt I have. My daughter got married, so I can't get rid of it. The same goes for T-shirts. I can't get rid of that T-shirt, even though it just sits there in the closet and will never be worn again.
615-737-1025, and our question of the day is presented by Aries Tactical. Your safety, your skill, your Aries Tactical. First-time shooters shoot for free. Just tell them that I, Chase McCabe, sent you. Check them out at ariestactical.com. We're live at Flowers Express today.
And here's the deal, boys. We got you today. Guys, listen up. We got you taken care of today. Go to flowerexpress.biz. Flowerexpress.biz. When you go to the checkout, use the code Big Joe. What that does, it waives $20 off the delivery fee, meaning your delivery fee is free. Today only. Go to flowerexpress.biz. Use the checkout code Big Joe, and it waives off $20 on your delivery. So the flowers are free. You get your flowers, not the delivery's free. The flowers aren't free. You get the delivery taken care of, and you're a hero. The flowers are done. No more worrying about this if they're going to show up on Saturday. Get it done now. Just go to the website, flowerexpress.biz. Use the code Big Joe.
We'll have more at Flowers Express here on 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game here on this Tuesday at Flower Express in the Rivergate area. We'll keep telling you about the specials you can get a part of, Joe, but I will let you do the honors and introduce our friend here.
Well, it's one of the best guys around. He owns Flower Express, the one here in Rivergate, the one in Hendersonville, the one in Bellmead. He's the best. Derek Vance is the owner of Flower Express. Thanks, buddy, having us out.
Absolutely. Always good to hang out with Big Joe and meet and Chase today.
Right. I mean,
Awesome,
it's
man.
like you've hit the pinnacle of your life.
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely. Yeah.
Busy week for you. We got all the special we told people about. I will tell you at the end of the segment, more specials happening. But you said something earlier which stuck with me. You got like 7-8 weeks of work condensed into like 4 days, right?
Yeah. You can take your busiest month and a half and squeeze it into 2 days. That's about what it's like. Yeah.
It's
that's
fun.
every Valentine's Day?
Yeah, every Valentine's Day. Yeah. So we start like people are like, call me like the end of January. I'm like, I can't, go to a show. No, I can't go to the football. I can't. Why? It's Valentine's. What? Valentine's? Like, yeah. Because I mean, you can only, the day's only so long,
Yeah. How was Valentine? You've been in the business how long?
40 years.
How was Valentine's Day and what you do, Rose, and everything evolved?
Basically shopping habits, people shopping online, shopping in the grocery, shopping in the big box stores. That wasn't a thing when we opened. If you wanted flowers or plants or anything like that, you went to your florist. And so that and then the internet came along, so we've been here since before that. So, those things really changed people's shopping habits and, the places you can buy and places you can, fall into the pitfalls that become a lot of guys at this time of the year.
Yeah, we agreed coming out Tuesday because you had said something else again, which resonated with me about guys we all wait to the last second, right?
Absolutely.
So you're sitting there you're sitting there Valentine's Day, it's 9:00 at night. You're like, oh my gosh, where's the delivery guy? So we're getting out ahead of this today.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think I told you the story one time. We had one of those ice storms like we had, last week, and it was predicted to come, the night before Valentine's. This was before you had really the technology to like send out a notice like, hey, this is going to happen. And we just delivered them all early with a card that said, couldn't wait to the 14th to wish you happy Valentine's Day. Beautiful. So I'm like, listen, I'd rather deliver them and someone be mad than not get them delivered at all. And,
right.
And sure enough, the ice came, and because, here it could, like they tell you it's going to be a blizzard and it's nothing, or, they let school out and you're like, yay, it's spring. But yeah, so it went over good. And so since then I'm like, listen, this is how it should go. Cause they get them. It's the same flower in our cooler or on her desk or whatever it is. And, it gets there, they have them the whole day. All of a sudden you're the hero first. Right. And all the other women are like, well, I hope I get something, So yeah, it's a good choice. I recommend it. Not only, it helps obviously our demand on those days, but I think it's the best way to go for the consumer. You get to enjoy it an extra day. And if there happens to be a snafu, we get there after they leave, whatever it is, guess what? There's tomorrow. So.
Right. Well done.
So roses, is that the most popular for Valentine's Day, or does it kind of vary?
Well, there's a lot of choices. A lot of people like mixed flowers and other kinds of, options there is, but the red rose is, red rose is king. Look, the love is, red rose says love. And if they say they don't like it, I'm not going to say that they're not telling the truth, but listen, don't fall for it. I've been married 30 years. Don't fall for the old, don't get me flower stuff. But the red rose is king. It's the language of love and romance. And that's what this is about. So
Valentine's Day is probably the busiest condensed time.
Absolutely.
What would be next?
Mother's Day.
Yeah.
So, I didn't think about that.
Love and mom. What else is there?
What do you do the rest of the year?
Well, listen, I love to. I used to love to go to those Titans games, so I'm hoping that comes.
Yeah.
I hope that's the case again. You know, so. But I know you all were. I heard you overheard. I couldn't hear the other end of the conversation. But listen, if I'm doing it, defenses win championships, right?
You.
Absolutely. But what's been the demise of the last 3 or 4 coaching staffs here? Tackles, man. Right?
Yeah.
Tackle.
Mm-hmm.
We got to spend it on. I know it's not pretty and no one likes it, but
The
we got to
offensive
go
line?
tackle.
Yeah. Somebody's bucking for an afternoon segment here at 6 to 7. Derek Vance.
Absolutely.
I like it.
Listen, we got to go tackle. If you're a new coach here, listen, all the fancy stuff, tackle, man. That's the demise. And let's think about all the great offensive players we've had in Titans. So when we came here, we had John Runyon.
That's right.
Yeah.
Gave him away.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And what do we have? Brad Hopkins. I mean, just think of all the great offensive
Michael
linemen in
Roos,
general.
David
Michael
Stewart.
Roos, Stewart, Lawan. I mean,
Jack Conklin.
Coughlin, the right
Yeah.
side. What do we do? Give him away for peanuts? I mean, what's going on?
Right.
What's
Should've
wrong
sent
with
him
people?
flowers, man.
Yeah,
and said,
absolutely. We should have.
Well, if Robert Sala is listening right now, and he is, we've been told he's a big fan
yeah,
of the
big
show.
fan, huge fan.
we
Come
better
by,
order some flowers.
come order some flowers at Flower Express and take care of your special someone, and then get a tackle.
It is. Again, the website is flowerexpress.biz. Flowerexpress.biz. If you order today, free delivery, use the code. Thank you for this, Derek. Big Joe at checkout. Now, this, you guys service David's, the greater Nashville area, right?
Yeah, we go from Franklin all the way to Gallatin, Mount Juliet, Lebanon, and all the places in between.
So our friend Mike, who lives on Kentucky Lake, we love you.
Yeah, can't help you
We'll get
there.
up there,
No,
right?
can't help you there. But we do. I want to shout out to Trousdale. That's my hometown. Hartsville. We do have a shop there. We service all of that local area out there. So, and I know they're big fans of the
and
show out there.
The rest of the week, mention 102.5 at checkout, and you get 10% off your order as well. So thank you for doing all this,
absolutely,
buddy.
man. Love it. We got the Chick-fil-A from Todd up here.
Todd Hundley.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A up here in Rivergate. We've got a great community out here. It's a lot changing. They're going to move this mall down soon, and
Right.
so it's a great neighborhood. You know, we've been here a long time, and in the iconic Pink Place, everyone knows us. So
It's the old Waterburger building. Where I got a question. The roses. Do you have a rose farm?
no, we don't. They grow them all inside. Mostly now, everything's grown inside. It's big industry, and so yeah, those it's actually the amount of light that they get, and so they try to get close to the equator.
Really?
Yeah, because it's the amount of volume of sun that you get over a period of time. So here, being the further you get away from the equator, the harder it is to really.
I understand that
Yeah.
personally.
Yeah, you get close to the equator, and that's always a thing, right?
I gotta have heat, man. I gotta have heat. No,
Yeah.
we appreciate you
Yeah.
having us out,
Joe, I could see you getting in the rose growing business.
I could.
We do
The
grow
rose man.
we do grow peony. If
Well,
you're
you have a peony farm in Hartsville. What is
Yep.
that?
what is it?
A peony farm.
It's a flower, and I say peony because that's what my grandmother called it, and we're from the country. But I think it's actually pronounced peony, and so it's a beautiful flower. It grows in the spring here. It's one of the few flowers that you can get that you can't get out of season. Like Mother Nature just
Right.
dictates that's the only time you can get it. So it's been a love of mine, and it's fascinating. And maybe we'll touch on that in the spring.
I love it.
They come around May, around Mother's Day.
Oh, I love it there.
So-
Again, Derek Vance, Flower Express, the website flowerexpress.biz. Order today. Use the code Big Joe. Get your delivery for free.
Yeah, man.
You're a good man, Derek.
Let's get us a
Appreciate you.
tackle.
Yeah, absolutely. Derek, thank you.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for having us.
guys.
We'll have more coming up next, including Ohio State basketball coach Jake Diebler will join us. Coming up next here on Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game on this Tuesday. Hope you're having a good start to the day at Flower Express here in Rivergate. And Joe, you're enjoying some Chick-fil-A that was brought by as well.
Our man Todd Hunley over at Chick-fil-A Rivergate brought a bunch of food over for us today. So we appreciate you, Todd, very much. Thank you.
Indeed. So you can come by and see. I mean, we're right here across from, I guess now, the soon-to-be former Rivergate Mall.
And the Red Lobster on
Yeah.
Gallatin Pike, man. The old Waterburger building.
So this is where you spent a lot of time.
What is that supposed
growing
to
up? Well, just around this
Oh,
area.
yeah. Okay. I thought you meant Waterburger over here. No, we cruised Rivergate Mall growing up. That's all we did. We cruised Rivergate Mall back in the day. So, again, our question of the day is, what's one thing in your closet you cannot part with? T-shirt, maybe an old pair of shoes. Do you have an old pair of shoes in your closet, Chase?
Probably.
Air Jordans from the day?
Yeah, probably.
I know. I get
Those are my grass cutting shoes.
grass cutting
just
shoes.
Sit there.
Keep them around.
We now will talk a little basketball. Coming up this Saturday night, 7 o'clock, Bridgestone Arena. Virginia is going to take on Ohio State in the Nashville Hoops Showdown. We're really looking forward to that. Tickets are on sale. You can go to Ticketmaster.com to get those tickets. And, I mean, this is a huge neutral site game between two good teams. And we say hello now to Jake Diebler, the head coach of the Buckeyes, who joins us now on the program. Jake Diebler, I'm sorry. Coach, how you doing?
Doing well, guys. How are you?
Doing fantastic. I know you got to be excited coming to Nashville to play Virginia. This is going to be a big matchup.
Yeah, really excited to be going to Nashville. Love the city. Got a chance to live there for a few years when I worked at Vanderbilt, and big time matchup. You know, great kind of stepping out of conference, playing a high quality opponent, mixing things up there for a game is going to make for a great night, and we're excited to be a part of it.
Yeah, and you're taking on a ranked team in Virginia, so it's not often that you get to have, you know, these type of matchups mid-season, but I know that's going to be a good test for your team.
Absolutely. It's a great opportunity. You know, this time of year, you're just looking for quality wins, and that's a great opportunity for us to try and pick one up. And playing in a neutral site helps simulate NCAA tournament type atmosphere. And so we're really excited. Our guys are really excited. We're looking forward to getting down there.
You mentioned you lived here. You were on Bryce Drew's staff at Vanderbilt, so there's always some sort of Nashville connection when we do these interviews.
I loved my time there and loved my time at Vanderbilt, and seeing what they've been able to do in that athletic department, how they've raised their level over the last few years has been really cool to see. So looking forward to getting back down there. My oldest child was born there at Vanderbilt Hospital. The place is special to us, and had a lot of good memories there. So excited to get back and eat some of that good food that you guys got down there.
That's right. Ohio State basketball coach Jake Diebler is with us. Coach, I think one of the biggest misnomers in sports is like, well, you coach at a football school, but the support has always been there. I don't care if it's Ohio State, Alabama, on and on. You got tremendous support. So I always laugh when they say, that's a football school. Ohio State basketball, you guys have had support for a long time and currently now, right? Do you feel that?
We do. I think the biggest change is, right, NIL is a factor in at these big time football schools, how it impacts us. But when you talk about fan passion, energy, following, like that will always be here really at every sport. Ohio State is an everything school. And certainly our basketball program has a rich tradition. And, you know, we're fighting to get back to that level. That's kind of why I got hired, was to help us get back to that level. And that's what we're working towards. But we have great support. We'll have some Buckeyes there, I'm sure, following us on this weekend. And yeah, looking forward to it.
So do you have a game tonight or tomorrow night?
We play tomorrow. Yeah, we got USC at home tomorrow, big Big Ten game. And then we'll turn our attention to Virginia and get ready to head down to Nashville.
So I'm always curious about this. So do you have like one or two guys on your team that are already scouting Virginia, or do you worry about Virginia after USC leaves town?
Yeah, some of the guys on our staff are advanced scouting, but the head coach is all his time, energy, and focus is on USC right now. I can assure you that. And then we'll turn the page as soon as that game's over tomorrow night. I'll start watching Virginia more and getting into that. But got a lot of respect for Coach Odom and what he's been able to do there, certainly throughout his career, but what he's done there at Virginia this year.
I like it. I mean, you got USC, you got Virginia, then back in the Big Ten play, Wisconsin, Michigan State, Iowa. I mean, the grind never stops, right?
That's a pretty tough stretch, isn't it? But that's life in the Big Ten. I think this is really the deepest when you look at 1 through 18, the deepest league in the country, and every single game is a battle, and it's perks of being in a great league.
Coach, how have you, and you obviously did this as an assistant and then now as a head coach, but how have you all adjusted to this new Big Ten, having to play teams like USC that, obviously they're coming to your place, but travel would be involved if you're going there. And it's obviously just a completely different landscape in college athletics. So how have you guys adapted to it?
I think the two things that are the biggest difference to me are you have this random kind of week-long West Coast trip right after the new year that you never had before. And then the other part that's made it really different is we only play 3 Big Ten teams twice. Back in the days where you would get a true league champion because everybody played each other twice. Then there was a stretch where we're playing 5 teams twice, and that didn't feel like very much. Now we're only playing 3 Big Ten teams twice, home and away. And that's a big change. So I think those are the two things that West Coast trip, we take one every year. It's almost a week long. And then, we only got 3 teams twice.
What was it like playing for and coaching with Bryce Drew? Because we loved Bryce when he was here.
It was the best. He's a player's coach. I've learned a lot from him. Obviously, when we were at Vanderbilt, it didn't go the way any of us wanted, but we got a chance to coach some high level players there and recruit. I recruited Darius Garland and, still talk to him to this day, Nashville guy. And Bryce is like family for me. I played for his dad in college. So he's been a huge influence on my life. And I think we all, even though, it didn't go necessarily on the court the way we wanted, we loved our time at Vanderbilt, and the people there are awesome. And I think what they've done in their department facilities and how they're supporting the program now has been really, really awesome to see. And they're having a great year.
Have you gotten to talk to Darius since he was traded to the Clippers?
Yeah, we connected right after it happened. I think he was excited to get out of the cold of Northeast Ohio and head out west a little bit. I took just a little bit of offense to that, but he's I think he was ready. He was ready for a fresh start, and I'm happy for him. He's had some rough injury stuff that he's had to overcome, but he's a big time player and competitor, and I think he's going to do some great things out in LA.
All right, Coach, we got to ask you about one more of our favorite players, Luke Cornett. I mean, it's great to see his development in the NBA. He's now at the Spurs. You're with them for 1 season at Vanderbilt, but what a good guy that guy is.
Elite human, certainly a great player, but just what a special guy. Love coaching him. And I'm not surprised, guys, honestly, that he's stuck in the NBA like he has, because he's certainly a really good player, high basketball IQ guy. But he's such a great person and worker that, he'll be able to play as long as I think his body holds up and allows him to play, because he's just that quality of person.
Who is your all-time favorite college basketball player?
You know what? I can't answer that question, because that's going to be cutting off a lot of guys that I coached off the list. So maybe the safest play I can make will be, I'll just say my brother. How about that? Because that kind of protects me a little bit.
That's a good one. I always go Dominique Wilkins for me growing up at Georgia was just the greatest to me basketball player of all time. I get it. You got a lot of guys. All right. I always love asking basketball coaches this question. You're down 1, 10 seconds to go. Other team misses a free throw. You got the ball. You're going down the court. Do you call a timeout or do you let the play go?
Are you trying to get my strategy out there on the open before the next game?
I'm always fascinated by the response. We ask all the coaches this.
I think, to me, we practice both situations. I think you have to have a go play, and you have to have a play to get to the timeout quickly. So there's circumstance that comes into play. Is your best ball handler fouled out? Is he not? Like, there's a lot of factors, but just know that we're prepared for both scenarios.
Great answer.
I love it.
Hey, I'll foul up.
Coach,
I
thanks
like to foul up 3 though, so you can have that one. How about that?
Okay.
We
All
got
right,
it.
there you go. Coach, thanks so much for doing this. We're looking forward to seeing you Saturday at Bridgestone Arena, but good luck against USC first tomorrow night, as you got to take them on in Columbus, and then we'll see you Saturday.
All right, guys. Thanks. Appreciate you having me on, and look forward to getting down there.
Absolutely. Coach joining us, Coach Jake Diebler joining us here on the program from Ohio State as they'll take on Virginia. And again, you can go to Ticketmaster.com or the Bridgestone Arena box office and get your tickets to the Nashville Hoops Showdown, which is coming up Saturday night, Valentine's night, at Bridgestone Arena, as Virginia will take on the Ohio State University. And should be a fun one. I mean, it's cool to have these standalone games. This is the 4th standalone college sports event at Bridgestone Arena this year.
Wow.
We had Kentucky, Gonzaga, Tennessee, Illinois, and then Ohio State, Virginia, and then the volleyball showcase over Labor Day weekend.
Yeah, nice. I like seeing Bridgestone as a basketball arena because you never really get to see it as a basketball arena. It's pretty cool,
Yeah. So so check this out. This is an interesting stat. In the near 15 years prior, there had been just 5 standalone events that excludes the SEC or the NCAA tournament. So not too many in the history of Bridgestone Arena, in a building that has definitely done a whole lot. We are at Flower Express today here in Rivergate, Joe, and a few people on our text line heard the tail end of the specials that we got going on and wanted to hear them again.
Here you go, Chaser. Thanks, buddy. Flowerexpress.biz is the website, guys. Go to the website. If you order today, use the code Big Joe at checkout. Flowerexpress.biz. That waives the delivery fee. No delivery fee. You got your flowers done. The lady's going to be happy. This is in the Metro Nashville and surrounding areas, Franklin, Gallatin, Lebanon, Mount Juliet. Mike up at Kentucky Lake. Sorry, buddy. We still love you, though, man. So flowerexpress.biz. Use the code Big Joe at checkout. Rest of the week, if you go there, your flowers 10% off. When you put in 102.5 at checkout, you get 10% off all that. So, guys, we got you covered. We're thinking about you. Get the flowers out there. Be a hero this Valentine's Day.
Indeed. Tim Hasselbeck will join us at the top of the next hour. It's Chasing Big Joe on a Tuesday, 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5, the game at Flower Express in Rivergate. Dr. Crane can get some flowers for Nani,
Yes.
as he should.
What's that website, Dr. Crane?
Flower Express.
.biz.
.biz.
Yeah, so we appreciate them for having us here today. If you want to get a head start on the weekend on Valentine's, now's the time to do it, and you can use that promo code. Tim Hasselbeck going to join us at the top of the hour. If it wasn't Valentine's Day, I'd probably go check out some hoops Saturday night at Bridgestone Arena.
I think it'd be nice. Fun.
Yeah.
Go out there and see Ohio State take on Virginia. The response is rolling in for our question of the day. What's one thing in your closet you cannot, a T-shirt or shoes that you cannot part with? For me, it's an old shirt from junior college I haven't worn in, I'm trying to think, probably 35 years. But every time I see it, it just sits there. So we want to hear from you. What's one that you can't get rid of? 615-737-1025.
People are asking if Flower Express will deliver to Clarksville.
Will not.
Will not. Okay.
Sorry about that, guys.
Let's see. TD from Nashville says something I cannot part with in my closet. My track team T-shirt that says second place is the first loser. And the back of it said, we're not just fast, we're world class.
Oh, nice.
I like that. Steven in Clarksville, there's a shirt in my closet I've had since I was in Little League. My parents bought it about 5 sizes too big so I could grow into it. I never wore it until I did, which was when I was already an adult. I have since grown out of it, but I can't bring myself to part with it. It's been a little over 30 years.
That's what we're talking about. That's the emotional attachment to something you'll never get rid of. I love that.
1978 says this is now Flower Hour with Joe Blooming.
That's right. Hey, you need to know this stuff.
Mike in Gallatin, at 8 years old, I got to meet David Robinson at his church where he was preaching. I didn't have anything sports related, so I kind of just signed my Mickey Mouse T-shirt. It's still in the closet.
Still got it, yeah. The
That's
Admiral.
awesome.
You had the Admiral sign your Mickey Mouse T-shirt. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So there you go. That's our question of the day. And also, speaking of hoops, number 19 Vanderbilt will take on Auburn with a 6 o'clock tip, 5:30 pregame here on 102.5 The Game. Auburn coming off not a great loss to Oklahoma on Saturday. After being down 21, they lost by 1. What did I say?
Auburn.
Vanderbilt
lost.
coming off a bad loss.
Right. That was a very bad loss.
Yep.
That's right. So, now's when you start playing a little bit better and you get that momentum heading into late February, early March, and bounce into the tournament and get going. But, look, nobody's going to go. Look, the last undefeated college basketball team was 1976, the Indiana Hoosiers. So when Vanderbilt got that great run, people are like, I'm like, no. I think you need to lose, right? I think you need to get in situation. I think Mark Byington will tell you his team learned so much by losing Saturday to Oklahoma and the way they came back than anything else.
I think with this league of how tough it is, it helps you for SEC teams, I believe, are going to have more experience going into the NCAA tournament because they've basically been playing it through the league schedule.
Exactly right. So, you can't – if you go 24-0, I can't tell you how to – it's great that you're unbeaten, but what happens when you get down 14 in the second half? You're like, oh, God.
I never met a coach that wanted to lose, but I met coaches that if you lost bad, it was something they could use because it's kind of like, all right, maybe this will wake the boys up or girls up.
Like our boy Greg Pogue always said when he talked to coaches, like I think his dad was a basketball coach and said, I can't tell you about any of the wins.
I can tell you every loss.
I can tell you every loss.
Oh, yeah. I remember one time, like in high school, we lost a game, and it was bad. And coach was surprisingly in a good mood. We're going back after it was a road game. And I was like, why are you smiling? And he goes, because I know what practice is going to be like tomorrow. like he knew it was going to be a learning session, and that's exactly what it was. So,
well, that's exactly
you learn more from your losses than you do winning. So Vanderbilt hopes to turn things around against Auburn coming up this afternoon or this evening, early evening against at Auburn. So they're on the Plains.
And the Vols take on Mississippi State tomorrow night down in Starkville. So
They're
I mean,
they're coming off a tough one against Kentucky.
right. I mean, that's Kentucky, right? Twice in like 2 weeks you've lost to Kentucky. That hurts.
Yeah, and what's I was telling you this. Like, I'm watching that game. I watched the entire game Saturday night, and Tennessee controls the whole game until the very end. Ament was phenomenal in the first half.
Yeah.
In the second half, they couldn't hit the broadside of a barn, and Kentucky came back. And I was like, I really don't have a dog in the hunt. You know, Vanderbilt had already pissed me off earlier in the day, and I got done watching that game, and I couldn't go to sleep. I was mad. I was just like,
oh wow,
like what the hell is
didn't know you're a big Tennessee fan right there, man.
I'm not, but like I think what it is I'm a sports fan, and when I see a team have control like Tennessee had and blow it, it just makes me mad because that's more mental than anything.
I mean, they were up 13.5, and then I looked in the second half. I was like, what? They're down. What's going on here? By the way, Tennessee fans, correct me if I'm wrong on this, please, but wasn't Thompson Bowling built to be bigger and better than Rupp Arena? Wasn't this in the late 80s? Am I wrong on this? I think I'm right. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I know Thompson
It's a great
Bowling,
place to see a game, though. I've
Rupp or Thompson Bowling?
TBA. Why are you flipping me off?
I'm going back. I'm doing it like that. I think they're both good, but I think Thompson Bowling's lowered their.
I've never been to Rupp.
Capacity. It's nice. Yeah,
I've never been to
but
Rupp.
I think Tennessee wanted to beat Kentucky so bad in basketball, they built that big arena, Thompson Bowling. God, it's late 80s. Stokely Center before that was the charm was undeniable. I saw Rex Chapman play there in '88. It was really.
Was that Tennessee's old arena?
Yep. It was pretty badass, man. I mean, these old gyms. I love Memorial Gym.
Yeah.
I love because other teams gripe about the benches, and I think it's great, man. It's an old school style, which makes it unique. Not very unique. That's redundant. Makes it unique, and I like that. But Stokely at center in Knoxville was awesome, man.
Mike Organ texts in, my lime green sweatshirt with pink print, Rayon City is for lovers. It's a medium, and I still wear it at least twice a week.
Rayon City's for lovers. Oh, man. By the way, Chase, if you look straight out that way, Rayon City.
Yeah, I knew we were close.
Rayon, yeah. It's just that's that Rayon City vibe, man.
Yeah.
Everybody's moving there.
It's the way to go.
It is the way to go. People love it. They love it out that way, man.
So, so Tennessee, you said, has Mississippi State tomorrow, and then LSU will come to TBA Saturday night. That's what's next on their schedule.
Well, I mean, this is fun. This is kind of
the
little period, and then it hits up, and we go.
And you know what we got coming up this weekend? Engines roar at Daytona.
Oh, that's right. Why have you talked about that more?
Yeah, we will as we get to it. Qualifying's tomorrow. Got the duels Thursday night. Trucks. Tony Stewart making his return to NASCAR in the Truck Series Friday night. Saturday, the now named O'Reilly Series, formerly the Xfinity Series. And if you're real old school, you just call it the Busch Series.
Okay.
And then the Cup Boys run on Sunday.
Is who's the Jackson Boone? Is that truck guy? Is he running Friday? Not Jackson Boone.
No, he's
Rackley.
Fairgrounds. The Rackley, Sutton.
Sutton, yeah.
Yeah.
You can look at your memory, man. That's awesome. Dawson Sutton?
Dawson Sutton.
Yeah, look at us, man.
That was good.
Like to see the local boys do good down there. Maybe Darryl Waltrip do the Icky Shuffle again.
That was a fun one.
Yeah,
when he did that. 615-737-1025. We'll talk some football coming up next with our man Tim Hasselbeck. We're live today at Flower Express in Rivergate, and Dr. Crane back at the Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Game Nashville Studios. Busy Bee, oh Busy Bee, home of the $99 yearly Beehive membership, where the buzz is always about great service. You do a good job with those commercials. It's Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Hour number 2, Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game on this Tuesday, live at Flower Express in Rivergate, just in time for Valentine's Day. Super Bowl in the books, the NFL season in the books, and we say hello now to ESPN NFL analyst and Innsworth head football coach Tim Hasselbeck, who is with us now. Are you still at Disney?
I'm not still at Disney, back in Nashville, but Nikki and Minnie said hello, especially to Joe.
That's good.
We saw you riding the teacup with Sam Darnold. We thought that was really cute.
Yes. I can do the drops. Like, I'm not doing like the spinning though. The spinning just makes you want to throw up.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. No, I get it for sure. Seattle defeats New England 29-13 in Super Bowl 60. Sam Darnold did what he needed to do. Kenneth Walker, the MVP, 27 carries and 135 yards. And so I guess, Tim, old school football coaches that think it's a run game and defense, that wins championships, they're feeling pretty good today.
I mean, yeah, it's a formula that works, right?
Sure.
And I think that's probably the beauty of what Seattle has done. They definitely, identified certain traits that they wanted out of defensive guys that they would draft or go find in free agency. This was a defensive-led team. You think about 2 games against the 49ers that were big late in the year, give up 9 points in 8 quarters, and then, do what they did to New England's offense in the Super Bowl. So, yeah, that definitely was a formula that worked. And I think the thing that, for people that didn't watch Seattle all season long, they really weren't running the ball successfully for much of the year. So the run game kind of came on later in the season. Kenneth Walker obviously had a big game, and ultimately, that's a pretty good formula when you can do that. And when we talk about playing defense, it's can you stop the run on early downs, and then can you do a great job of rushing the passer without always having to bring pressure? And they could do those things.
Drake May turns the ball, has 2 interceptions. I think there was a fumble as well, sacked 6 times. Looking at this through the eyes of a quarterback and a coach, what did you see from him that obviously he's going to have a whole offseason to think about, but that he needs to work on, that also credit to Seattle for being able to exploit some of those things?
Yeah, here's what I would say. Is I thought in the first half, I thought May actually was fine. He just was getting no help from anyone around him. And so at that point, it was like, look, it's not going great. It's going to be a bit of a defensive battle, but he just needs some guys around him to start making some plays. And that includes guys up front, just, winning matchups. But then I thought what happened in the second half is his clock was sped up because of the pressure, and then he started to play poorly. So, I don't know that I have some type of feeling where I'm like, yeah, hey, he needs to fix this. He needs to do this better, or they're not going to be any good, or he's not going to be as good as people think that he can be. I don't think that there needs to be an overreaction. I think that's going to be one of the challenges for him, is that he had this game where he's going to look back at it. He didn't play his best. I think there are a lot of factors for it, and it's going to be hard to get over that. And, and then if he does make it back, or he gets back into the postseason, to not have the magnitude of the moment be something, that chokes the way he plays. And, I don't believe that it will, but it definitely has for some guys in the past.
I'll bring this up, and it's not an apples to apples comparison, but because of who he was playing. We all remember Sam Darnold in the Ghost game, and he's seen Ghost when he was with the Jets and all of that. Did you see some of that with Drake May, that, the pressure was there? You talked about the clock speeding up, that maybe it was just first time in a moment like that where he was seeing some things that maybe weren't there?
I would say this. I don't know that he's necessarily seeing things that weren't there. I think that when you're getting knocked around as a quarterback, it happened to Mahomes against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Happened to Brady against the Giants. like, I don't want to be in this scenario where I'm like, yep, just 23 years old, couldn't handle the moment. Because I actually don't believe that was it. I think it's more just a matter of if that was a week 3 game against the Carolina Panthers at 1:00, like, I think it would have felt that same way. And so I don't think it's the magnitude of the game. I think ultimately what it was is, look, the first few third downs, protection gets blitzed and he gets sacked. I mean, it just, when that happens to you as a quarterback, you think, all right, I got to speed it up a little bit. Then you have a long halftime. He's got an over route that's open. He misses it. He has a corner route that's wide open. He misses it. And then he, the little pressure in his lap, kind of throws one up down the middle of the field where you're like, I don't know what you're doing. I just think that everything sped up for him, and it just is a bad feeling as a quarterback when that happens.
We're talking to Tim Hasselbeck this morning or this afternoon. Tim, Mike McDonald was on Jimmy Kimmel last night, and he said Seattle fans outnumbered New England fans 75-25. That forced New England to use a silent cadence, which gave us an extra juice on defense. When your head coach is saying that, and you got a good defense, right? I mean, that all plays into what you're talking about. I mean, the pressure, only having to use 4 guys, seems like Seattle had a plan and stuck to it.
First off, you were up watching Jimmy Kimmel, which is why you said good morning, because what time did you wake up? Noon?
No, I'm seeing the clip right now on social media.
Okay.
Sorry. I haven't watched Jimmy Kimmel in 19 years.
So here's what I would say. I think some of Will Campbell's struggles at left tackle was that New England was using a silent count, and that's pretty wild. Probably proximity, to their home stadium and fans and things like that probably lent the environment to be a little bit more pro Seattle than New England, and that can 100% impact the game. So sometimes I think if a coach says that, it's like he's just playing to his fan base. But when you look at the fact that they did operate out of a silent count, the false start, I guess in the first half by Campbell was actually maybe it was the second half by Campbell was definitely because he's trying to anticipate the silent count. So, I think it's a real thing, and do think it had an impact on the game.
Football is always trying to reinvent itself. It's cyclical. With how good Seattle did on defense and Houston's defense, everything, do you think the tide's turning a little bit to like, all right, we got to build that defense first, then worry about the offense? Because Seattle was so good with that defense and the pressure they brought. And you know how football is, Tim. It's always changing.
Yeah, and people try to copy what you're doing. Listen, I think that people have prioritized defense. I think they've prioritized certain things, but I also feel like if you just look at John Schneider, he drafts a 6'4" corner. He drafts, and Tyreek Woolen. He drafts Nicky Manwari, who's like, basically a version of Cam Chancellor, who was a linebacker playing safety. They prioritize Riley Mills, who had a sack, just bull rushing. Wilson, the left guard for New England, is a gigantic human. I think that there are things that they prioritized in terms of what they were trying to get in the draft. And then, when you think about their free agent signings, guys that they clearly targeted because it felt like they fit what they do. So I do think defensively people are going to look at them and say, there's a method to their madness and a success to it that makes sense. And look, I would agree with them. But at the same time, I think you also have to credit them for getting other things right. Like when they traded Geno Smith and went with Sam Darnold, people weren't screaming, "Oh my gosh, what an amazing upgrade!"
Right.
That's not what people were saying when it happened. But John Schneider was right, moving on from Russell Wilson because he got better with Geno Smith, and then he was right moving on from Geno Smith and going to Sam Darnold. So I think that if you try to recreate what they did just in certain areas, and not do the whole thing, then I don't know that it's going to work.
I know that they'll lose a few players. Teams always lose players, but is Seattle built to make another run in 26?
I think so, because they have look, a young quarterback who I would think continues to play well. I think they'll probably get better around JSN at receiver. They'll have to figure out running back, but that's a position that's easy to figure out. I think what they've done in terms of who they've drafted on defense will be good. The challenge for them is going to end up being that I think the Niners will be good. The Rams are obviously going to be good. There are other good teams in the NFC that, it's not just always going to be an easy path to the Super Bowl, but yeah, I think they're built to be a contending team.
Tim Hasselbeck joining us from ESPN. We'll have more with him coming up next. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game on this Tuesday. Continuing our conversation with Tim Hasselbeck, ESPN NFL analyst. Tim, now that the season is done, besides the Seahawks and the Patriots that just played in the Super Bowl, give me one team that you think is going to be the one to watch this offseason that could be trouble come next season.
Meaning, like they'll make a bunch of moves this offseason and be significantly better.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm not positive. I would think that they would make a bunch of free agency moves. I think a team that can be really good would be the New York Giants.
Okay.
You think about the moves that have already been made. They had Harbaugh. They have, a quarterback that I think could potentially be a rising star. So, much like if we looked at New England and said, all right, they added a coach that you're going to help them get better. And then they obviously spent a lot of money in free agency, but it was, it wasn't necessarily like the biggest splashes when you think about the linebackers or the D-line that New England signed. And they were significantly better by just doing a better job of the quarterback and then having, receivers like Mac Hollins and even Stephon Diggs just, play a little bit better. So I think the Giants would be a team that kind of fits into that mold. I don't know that means they're doing, a ton in terms of free agency, but I'm sure there'll be some moves.
How important would it be, looking at the Titans, Cam Ward going into his second year, we know they need to address receiver.
Yeah.
Would it behoove them to try and find a veteran to add to that group? Or, if they just continue to build with young receivers, do you think that's good enough?
Yeah, I mean, I think you need to do both because the hit rate on receivers is not great. So, I do think that there's going to be I think you have to do both things. So, I mean, just like take the Rams, for example. Like they got it right drafting Puka Nacua, but they also are like, let's make sure we get Devontae Adams also. And so I think you have to do both things. I think you just, when you add a guy that can play. So like, I'm not saying that they need to be in the George Pickens game because he probably ends up getting franchised by Chicago. I don't know that that's necessarily the fit,
Dallas.
But, sorry, Dallas. And, and so like, I just look at that Rashid Shaheed, who, was traded from New Orleans to Seattle. Like he's a good player. So I think that Alec Pierce is a guy who, I guess he could potentially, I doubt that he gets franchised in Indy, but that would certainly be an interesting one, especially in the division, if you could get him in free agency. So, I think you have to attack it both ways. There's no doubt that that's a position of need.
One thing that our mid-morning show did today was they did the simulation with all these websites, you can do of the Titans offseason. And one move that was made that kind of caught my attention was trading Will Levis to the Rams for a 5th-round pick. I feel like that helps the Titans because you add another draft pick and – you take away some of that awkwardness that's there. And on the other hand, it's good for Will Levis because how many times, Sam Darnold's a prime example, do we see a quarterback that everybody think might be broken go to the right system with the right coach, and all of a sudden they come out much better on the other side? So with Stafford coming back, but, obviously we know he's on the back 9 of his career, could the Rams be a good fit for Will Levis as he continues his development?
Yeah, and I mean, shoot, like Jimmy Garoppolo could be up. He was their backup, right? So if you think about if you're the Titans, you are going to want to make sure that you have, a legitimate backup to play. I do think that's one of the things that, some teams roll the dice with that I wouldn't feel comfortable rolling the dice with. I would want somebody that's played where I feel comfortable with them playing. So I don't hate the idea because, and you're exactly right. From Levis's point of view, I think that he would be excited for it. Matthew Stafford's coming off of a great year, but he missed basically all of training camp because of a back injury. I would think that his offseason and preseason, he takes it pretty easy, which means Levis will get the work. That won't be the case in Tennessee. You're putting in a new offense. It's a young quarterback who's going to take every rep that he can. So, yeah, it would be better for Levis. And I think if you could get a fifth rounder from a place like that, like, yeah, I would absolutely be for it for the Titans.
What about, Tim, finding somebody backup quarterback if Levis is gone who knows Brian Daboll's system? And I'm bringing up Tyrod Taylor, who's played with Daboll, knows the system. He could come in and be that voice to Cam that's not a coach. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think it's a great idea, especially somebody that, can be the translator for the quarterback, or the quarterback coach or coordinator.
Yeah.
I think I've explained this to you before about my experience in Philadelphia. Donovan McNabb was the quarterback. Corey Detmer was one of the backups. And, oftentimes Pat Shurmur, who was the quarterback coach, when Donovan was, kind of eye rolling and didn't want to listen, he'd go to Coy and be like, hey, I need him to do this. Okay. Can you make sure that he does this?
Wow.
And Coy would be like, yeah, I gotcha. And Donovan would listen to Coy. And it just, sometimes that's how it works. So yeah, like you're exactly right that somebody like Tyrod Taylor, who knows his role, in terms of where he is in his career, would certainly, I think, be a guy that you could say, yeah, this guy is good enough and capable enough to, if he's got to start 3 games, can he help us win 2 of them? Yes, he can, and go that route. But I think that, look, when you just look at, there are a lot of guys that are headed to, like free agency at the quarterback position. I mean, there's a bunch that have starting experience. Some of them, are not teams that the Titans, Marcus Mariota is not going to be back up in Tennessee, but
right.
But there are other guys that, look, if they were available and the price was right, Tyrod Taylor, Zach Wilson, Kenny Pickett, Jimmy Garoppolo. I mean, you run down the list, like, Trey Lance. Like, there are guys like that I think you certainly would be worth, checking it out.
I would take Marcus as the backup. I'm with you. I don't think he would do it necessarily, but I wouldn't be opposed to that.
Yeah, no, and I agree with you. I don't think he would come back. I could be wrong. I mean, if it's the best opportunity for him, maybe he will. But yeah, and
everyone's gone, so
yeah.
I mean, it's a different group.
Yeah, correct. It just, it doesn't typically happen. And so I think the other aspect of it is there are going to be guys like Kyler Murray's a good example of, there are going to be these guys that are like, see themselves as starters still, that are going to be like, all right, how do I get to Atlanta? How do I get to Minnesota? How do I get to, some of these spots that I feel like, are kind of like Anthony Richardson in Indy. How do I do what Daniel Jones did? How do I do what Ryan Tannehill did here in Tennessee with Marcus Mariota? There's going to be guys that do that. And then there'll be a next wave that's not nearly as expensive. And that's why I do think, the idea of trading, getting something for Levis, and then, signing a backup that you feel comfortable with makes sense.
How frustrating, though, was that for Pat Shurmur when you're trying to tell the quarterback to do something, he doesn't listen to you? That drives me crazy.
Yeah, I mean, listen, welcome to coaching.
Right.
I mean, that's and listen, I'm not saying that to be hard on Donovan. Donovan was great. He listened to coaching. But sometimes it would be as simple as, hey, look, Andy hasn't been happy with, how practice has been starting. And so when we go to individual after, stretch, and your chin strap's unbuckled and, you're kind of jogging across the field rather than, having some intensity to the drill, like everyone's looking at you, we need you to step it up. Like that's not always a message that every player does a great job of listening to the coach hearing it. And so when the backup just is like, whether he says something or not, when he's paired up with that guy and he's going at a fast pace, well, like message received, ultimately the goals achieved. And, that's one of the great things about being on a team.
I love it. All right, Tim, our question of the day is, what's the oldest T-shirt in your closet that you will not get rid of?
Oh, wow. That's a good one. I will say I've got some of these performance fabric T-shirts now that have shown up whenever they started doing that. So I'm probably sitting at something at least probably at least 16, 17 years old.
Nice.
Do you still have your shower shoes from the Cardinals?
No, I definitely left those in Arizona, but I paid for them though, so I donated them back.
No, like.
Hey, what was the answer to that question for you guys? I bet you Joe's got some pretty old gear.
Well, I got a football T-shirt from junior college that I have not put on in probably 38 years, that I just cannot get rid of, and I'm sure it doesn't fit me, but I just can't get rid of it. It stares at me like, hey, you gonna wear me today? I'm like, nah, but just stay in the closet. That's what I got.
I have a shirt of my dad's that he was his restaurant that he wore all the time, and now that he's gone, like I'll never get rid of it. So it's hanging in there.
The sentimental value ones are like absolutely great. Like we've got an old Patriots jersey that we put up in the house, of my father's, because of the game and because he started his career at the Patriots. So like I get that. The one that it's like your own stuff, I don't know that I'm understanding that one.
Well,
I don't know.
How many of your jerseys do you have?
I think I have most of my jerseys, but they are in an attic in a box, probably, with an animal that's chewed through the box. You know what I mean? Like they're not like displayed or anything in the house.
So I asked that because I've asked this question to D-Mace before, and he's like, he has, Ravens, Titans. He gave me his Jets jersey, which I thought was funny, but he has that stuff, but it's more for his kids than it is for him.
Yeah, I do think that Elizabeth actually said this to me the other day. She's like, I don't want to get rid of stuff that is like from playing, and some of it is, obviously with my dad passing in April, my mom's gone through some stuff, and having some in my kitchen right now, because what Elizabeth put out during the Super Bowl are game balls, painted game balls that my father was awarded at the Patriots.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and so it's those types of things that you probably don't ever, want to get rid of because they can be handed down. Now, I would be lying if I said that my brother and I didn't play catch with those game balls as young kids.
Right.
Minor issue at the time. But, I think it's holding on to that stuff seems like it's worth it.
We need to bring back turf cleats. I had a great pair of turf cleats that got stolen, and I was so mad, Tim. Turf cleats were the best and worst because they look good, but when you wear them around the neighborhood, they were like, yeah, turf cleats. Nobody understood the power of turf cleats.
Well, if they bring back those, that means they have to bring out AstroTurf. That would not be good. But I bet you played in a pair of like ponies or something back then. That's
I did.
What was the brand?
Yeah, it was ponies. Yeah, and then we had Spalding.
Ooh, Spalding.
Yeah, right. I mean, those were the ones because we didn't have a lot. Those were the ones that all the kids wore because we didn't have a lot of money. But those were the ones that just they looked good and felt good. So it's Spalding. Those were the cleats. But then in college we got ponies. So I moved up in the world, Tim.
I mean, that's pretty good. I was more Reebok, Nike era. It was not a part of my dad. My dad was the Converse era. In fact, wore Converse in Super Bowl 18. So hadn't worn them all year. I think they actually paid him money to wear Converse all the way back then. So
speaking of sentimental, your father's Super Bowl ring, where's that?
Yep. My mom would have that. My mom would have that still. And I think, being one of three boys, I think we would all agree that I should be the one that gets it.
I will tell you this real quick. Funny story. I was watching the Raiders and the Redskins Super Bowl game, and when Theismann threw the interception to Jack Squirek, he gets in the end zone, and out of the corner of the screen was this huge number 87 bear
That's
hug
right.
Squirick and brings him down. That was your father.
That's right. And then blocked. I think I told you guys this before. Blocked an extra point in that Super Bowl, and came home. We were living in Massachusetts, so he's playing for the LA Raiders. Goes to Massachusetts for the off season. Goes back at the end of the off season for the season to start, and he's got boxes and boxes of mail in his locker. And he's like, this is crazy. I mean, this must be maybe like Marcus Allen's fan mail that just was overflowing, and they just decided to put it in his locker. What he found out was it affected the point total of the game when he blocked the kick. And so there was both good and bad, letters from people that maybe had an interest in the outcome of that game and the points that were scored in it.
Oh, man.
Oh, that is awesome. Tim, enjoyed it as always. We'll talk to you next week.
Cheers, fellas.
Tim Hasselbeck, ESPN NFL analyst, and also the head coach at Innsworth, joining us. That was great. I love when we can go down memory lane and talk about his dad and everything. Tell us where we are today.
So we're live at Flower Express out in Rivergate. And listen, guys, for Valentine's Day, we got you covered. Here's all you got to do. Go to flowerexpress.biz, flowerexpress.biz. Use the code Big Joe at checkout. What that does, it gets you $20 off the delivery fee. The delivery fee is free. Just go to flowerexpress.biz, put in Big Joe as the checkout, and then you get the delivery fee is free. And also, through the rest of the week, all week of Valentine's, when you order flowers from flowerexpress.biz, use the code 102.5. You get 10% off any purchase throughout the week. Just use the code 102.5, and you get the discount 10% off. flowerexpress.biz. That's flowerexpress.biz.
On our text line, Doug and Franklin said, I worked for Pony when they were based here in Nashville.
Ooh, I didn't know they're based here.
Yeah.
Was that Genesco, Doug? Let us know. I'm curious about that now.
Very, very cool. We're live today. Flower Express in Rivergate. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe 102.5 The Game on this Tuesday at Flower Express here in Rivergate.
Let's make a little addendum. We got a lot of our great listeners in Clarksville. They're asking. They don't deliver to Clarksville. Sorry, the greater Nashville area. So just put that out there. But thank you guys for listening. We appreciate you.
Yeah, we do appreciate it for sure. Good stuff with Tim Hasselbeck.
That's good. That's funny. The tennis shoe part about that. I mean, remember growing up, it was all about the shoes, right? Like my son now doesn't care about tennis shoes.
No,
but growing up, I mean, that was it. I had the Converse. Nike started coming out, but
for
the shoes
me,
are great.
When I hit it was like fourth to sixth grade, I forgot who came out with them originally. Maybe it was Nike, but they would light up when you'd walk, and that was like the big thing with kids. And we all had to have those.
What were those? I remember those.
Oh yeah,
God,
it was awesome. But like one of my classmates got them, and so all of us wanted them, and our parents were like, and I mean they were expensive too.
Oh yeah,
And it's like when you'd press down on the heel, it would light up. And
what were the greatest rip-off shoes? Ones that like the dupes they call, they
K-Swiss.
K-Swiss.
LA Gear. Yeah, K-Swiss, man. Get you, Dr. Crab. I bet you owned a pair of K-Swiss back in the day.
I did, from preschool all the way to about sixth grade.
What about Tom McCann's? You own any of those shoes?
No, I don't know a lot of N1 basketball shoes, the ones that were like $12.
Oh, okay.
They would rip after like 5 times you'd wear them and you buy another pair.
What's funny is that me and Chase have the different generational, because like mine's like 70s, Chase's 90s, yours is the teens because of our age separation there. So the shoes have evolved, but for us, it wasn't, it was important, but it wasn't as important like when Air Jordans popped on the scene and everybody had those.
My problem was, and I still am kind of like this, like, I as long as I was comfortable, I didn't care. I would literally wear shoes until they started to fall apart, to the point of school would tell my mother, like, hey, he needs new shoes.
Really?
And she'd get so mad at me.
You got your Brooks on today?
No, these are my Nikes.
You got your Nikes on.
Yeah.
Those Brooks are nice shoes there, Chase.
I do like the Brooks. But yeah, it was funny. Like it's like we know he can afford shoes. Like
right.
What's going on?
Yeah, exactly. Converse was nobody talks about Converse anymore. And
no,
those were,
and I have some Converse. Like I love the Chucks.
Larry Bird, man. The Converse shoes growing up. Those were the ones, and the Chucks, like that's my mom's generation. But they're still the novelty and
they're back. I mean, they're popular now. Like a lot of people are wearing the Chucks.
Yeah, I mean, but can you imagine doing that for athletics?
Yeah, when they're not comfortable.
They're not comfortable at all.
I made the mistake a few years ago, and if Ricky's listening, he remembers this. We took a 3 or 4 day trip out to Vegas, and I had just bought a new pair of Chuck Taylors, and I'm thinking like, oh, I'll wear these this weekend, and so I took flip flops and Chuck Taylors and nothing else, and I regretted it because by the halfway through the first day, my feet. Like I couldn't feel my feet.
They were hurt. Taylors?
They were hurt because they were new.
Oh,
I had broken in and had no padding whatsoever. So my feet were like on fire.
Okay.
They hurt so
and
bad.
Then you turned to the flip flops.
Which didn't help.
Did you cut that big talon you got sticking out there?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Well done.
My talon.
I got slides I wear around, but I'm not flip.
Flip. That's what they were. They were slides. I call them flip flops.
Okay.
They were slides.
I like just when I go like that, I got to wear tennis shoes. I'd be comfortable.
Do you know what was released into theaters 31 years ago today?
So 1995. It wasn't Jerry Maguire. Is it a sports movie?
It is not.
So February 10th, 1995 would have been, Shawshank? No.
Nope.
Not Pulp Fiction.
Nope.
Not Forrest Gump. Not Forrest Gump. Crimson Tide.
Nope. It's a comedy.
It's not Groundhog Day.
And it is a very quoted comedy.
Oh, 31 years ago today. Gosh, you're killing me on this, man. I'm not looking at your I can't see that far. 31
Brad Whitford was in the movie.
Oh, Billy Madison.
It was Billy Madison. That is correct.
31 years ago?
Isn't that crazy?
Good Lord. So Billy Madison, then he had went to Happy Gilmore was next.
Yep.
And then Waterboy. Is that how they went?
Probably. Yeah.
What's the one he was in with Steve Buscemi and they took over the radio station? It's so awful that it's fantastic.
I don't remember.
It
Buscemi was in a lot of his movies.
It became the guy that won the Academy Award, Encino Man, the actor. Braden Fish. No.
Braden Gall?
Not Braden Gall. They commandeered a radio. What's the guy's name when Encino Man?
It was after all this?
No, it was like 94, right? Farley's in it as a cop.
Airheads?
Airheads, yes. Yes, is that right? Airheads, where they take over the radio station.
Maybe. Yes. 3 band members hoping for a big break head to a radio station to play their demo tape and wind up holding everyone hostage.
Yes.
With plastic guns.
That's it. It's a terrible movie. But
so it's Brendan Fraser, Steve Buscemi, Adam Sandler, Chris Farley, Judd Nelson, Michael McKean's in it, Ernie Hudson's in it. David Arquette was in it as well. Joe Mantegna.
Yeah.
Michael Richards is in it.
Yeah, I mean, it truly is. It's like, oh, this is terrible. Then you watch it like 9 times. You're like, this isn't half bad. So Airheads is one of those movies that just took off on cable that you're like, this is a great movie. It came out probably 6 months before Billy Madison.
Yeah, it came out. So it was 94. So he did, I forgot he was in Coneheads.
Oh, yeah.
So he was in Coneheads, Airheads. He did a movie called Mixed Nuts. I don't know what that is.
Uh-uh.
Then Billy Madison in 95, Happy Gilmore in 96. He did a movie called Bulletproof in 96. The Wedding Singer was in 98. And then Waterboy was later that year.
Boy, you hit the trifecta right there.
Then Big Daddy in 99.
Terrible movie.
Deuce Bigelow, Male Gigolo. He had an uncredited scene in that. Little Nicky was in 2000, which a lot of people don't like.
Little Nicky was so bad at the box office and almost shut down a studio. They lost hundreds of millions of dollars. It's such a bad movie.
Mr. Deeds was 2002. That's a good movie.
Uh-huh.
Punch Drunk Love. He did that one. Wasn't that with Drew Barrymore?
I think so.
Is
Mr. Deeds about the clicker, the remote?
No. Mr. Deeds is he gets like an uncle or something leaves him a bunch of money.
Okay.
And like something like that. 8 Crazy Nights.
David Hasselhoff, he had the clicker and he could go back.
That's that comes later. That's Click.
Click, yes, that's it. That was actually a good movie.
I'll tell you one that's underrated of his, Anger Management.
That Jack Nicholson in that one? Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
That's a funny movie. 50 First Dates, he did that. Spanglish, The Longest Yard, Click,
Wow.
Chuck and Larry.
Chuck and Larry's a really good
Yeah,
movie.
it's pretty funny.
It's not going to show up any top 10 lists.
Grown Ups, Bedtime Stories, Zuki, Just Go With It. So, yeah.
God, 31 years ago, man. That's crazy.
Yeah. There you go. That's your Adam Sandler history here on the Chasing Big Joe show.
I love that.
We'll have more coming from Flower Express here in Rivergate. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game.
That Veronica Vaughn is one piece of ace. I know from experience, dude. You know what I mean?
No, you don't.
Well, not me personally, but a guy I know. Him and her got it on. Woo!
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't. Everybody on? Good. Great. Grand. Wonderful. No yelling on the bus.
The late great Chris Farley and Billy Madison. How much of his stuff was improv?
I would say most of it.
Because I've heard
right?
so many, like Sandler and so many of the actors from SNL or the movies that would be like, they'd be doing a scene with him and he would nail this just improv, but they'd be scared they're ruining it because they'd start laughing.
Oh,
they
my
couldn't.
gosh.
They couldn't like. I saw an interview with Sandler one time where he was like, I cut my lip because I was trying not to laugh.
Every scene. I mean, you watch all those around him, and they were just in tears, and it's crazy, man. I mean, he passed away in December of '97, and what you try to think what his career would have been like had he still lived, and it's just it's hard to imagine what he would have done, what would have happened. But man, the time that he was, I mean, you go back to the Chippendale skit, right, with the Swayze. I mean, come on. Then by the way, the person who created Matt Foley was Bob Odenkirk, Better Call Saul.
Yeah,
he created that character of
so down by the river.
So you look at what he did in that short time, and even that. Look, when I heard his voice in that clip that Dr. Crane I started laughing. I immediately started laughing. So, Dr. Crane, he was a big rugby player too, buddy. He'd have taken you down.
Yeah, probably.
Who was a rugby player?
Chris Farley.
Farley.
Oh, I didn't know.
Marquette. He's a big rugby guy.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, when they did the movie Tommy Boy, that was his actual Letterman.
That's right.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
That's cool. 31 years ago, Billy Madison came out. So how old would Farley be?
He died at 33. He'd be 62 this year.
That's crazy.
So he died at 30. Like he passed at 33. Belushi was at 33. They were 33 years old. So, I mean, Belushi passed in 83, was it?
Sandler will be 60 in September.
He got fired from SNL. Isn't that crazy? Lorne Michaels fired him.
That was dumb.
Well, I mean, it probably worked out good for him.
Yeah.
He took off, and now he's.
But, I mean, you think about in the early 90s, you had David Spade, Adam Sandler, Chris Farley,
Kevin Nealon, Dana
Carvey. Will Ferrell comes a little later.
Phil Hartman. It's funny. One of the best Saturday Night Lives ever is the Michael Jordan one during that era. Like athletes have been on SNL.
Yeah.
Jordan was great. It was 91, I think it was. I mean, it was fantastic. When Brady hosted, even Peyton, when he did it.
Yeah.
When he did
The Rock, the first time The Rock did it, when he was still really a wrestler, was pretty funny.
So they just put the clip out of that this weekend. So that was March of 2000.
Yep.
The Rock does it, and he's doing the monologue, and he gets heckled.
Yeah.
And you look up there, and it's Triple H, Big Show, and then there's another guy.
Yep.
And so because of that Saturday Night Live, even Dwayne Johnson says that it went so well, he said immediately the next day Hollywood started calling.
Yep.
Because
that was that was 100%.
They said you could see you're more than just a wrestler.
I think the first thing he played his dad in some movie. He was Soul Man Rocky Johnson, who's his father.
Right.
Or was his father. I think he played him. But yeah, no, I mean he did The Mummy and the Scorpion King. That was after Scorpion King.
Yes.
He did The Mummy 2, then the Scorpion King, and then Walking Tall, and then
it took off.
All of the things. So.
I mean, one of the worst movies ever is San Andreas, and I can't stop watching that movie. It was on the other night. I watch it every single time that it's on.
Greg Bogus texts us his favorite skit from Saturday Night Live.
Oh, that's right. You get that one. But every time, like another one where he's in a high rise and his family is getting kidnapped and it's burning down. Is it Inferno? Maybe the name of it. I mean, that's a terrible. I watch it every time.
Thank you, Ricky. He played his dad. The Rock played his dad on that '70s show.
Oh, okay.
So I knew it was. Thank you. So he was on an episode of that '70s show playing Soul Man Rocky Johnson.
Nice.
There you go. Coming up next, we kind of did the expansion thing yesterday, and that got people talking. But the stadium, and we know everybody wants a Super Bowl. I'd be curious of how many people are actually going to try and go when we get a Super Bowl because we can't afford it.
Right.
I mean, if we got media credentials, that's how we're getting it.
Yeah. So the question is, the Super Bowl's what's the one event you want Nashville to get in that new stadium?
No, you know what?
It could be anything. That the one event that you'd like to see come to that stadium when it opens up, because if you've not been by there lately, it looks like it could open tomorrow. I mean, that's the fastest building stadium I've ever seen.
Not quite. I've been going by it a bit. I mean, it's close.
Yeah, I mean,
but now it's at the point where you got to do a lot of the little things, and so the little things take a while. But they don't even have a roof on it yet. So,
but look at that. The skeleton.
Oh yeah,
there. It's
yeah.
done.
Yeah, I mean that
Crazy,
definitely
man.
went up quick. So we'll do that in hour number 3. Chasing Big Joe live at Flower Express here in Rivergate. 102.5 The Game. Hour number 3, Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game at Flower Express in Rivergate. Come by and say hello and get your flowers. We'll give you specials coming up here in just a little bit. But talking about the new stadium, new Nissan Stadium, as the final Titan season will be this year in the old one, and then the new one will open around now next year, mid-spring. So what, besides the Super Bowl event, would you like to see in new Nissan Stadium? We've already gotten some texts. Y'all know mine. Mine's very easy. WrestleMania.
Is that the one in summer?
No, it's in April.
Okay.
It's the big one.
Okay.
It's the biggest event they do. Andrew from Dover says the Royal Rumble or WrestleMania, hands down, first event I want to be at the stadium. I'd love the Royal Rumble, but I want Mania.
So that is Sunday, but there's other events
It's
around.
Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday.
You would basically do like the Super Bowl. They'd come in Friday. You'd have SmackDown at Bridgestone Arena. You would do the Hall of Fame. I think it'd be cool to do the Hall of Fame at the Ryman, but probably at the arena is where they would do it. You would have a NXT show at the arena Saturday night, 1 of WrestleMania across the river at the stadium Saturday night. Night 2 Sunday at the stadium.
Okay.
Monday Night Raw at Bridgestone Arena on Monday night. Plus, they would take over the Music City Center most likely and do WWE World there.
What is that?
That's like the convention,
Okay.
autographs, like, yeah.
I mean, that is nothing but cha-ching.
Yeah. And
Wow.
you could do it all, like, they're in Vegas again this year, and it's like they're at the convention center, then they're at the stadium, they'll be at T-Mobile. Like, it's a little more spread out. You could do everything right downtown.
Wow.
You got the hotel space, we'll hook them up with our buddy Todd, get him at the Omni.
Get the Omni, yeah, man.
We'll make that happen.
Be rolling down there.
So that's mine, is the wrestling thing. We've already gotten some votes for other things. What do you got?
I'm Final Four, man.
Yep. Okay.
I think a Final Four at that stadium would be fantastic. Look, I'm all for everything else, but I don't know. The Final Four would be cool. I mean, I just a couple of days they get down like that Wednesday, have it on Saturday, have it on Monday, the championship game. I just think that would be really cool to have the Final Four here.
I'd be down for it. I think that'd be awesome. We got to vote for the Winter Classic, which I think could be cool. I mean, they're going to have to go to the indoor stadiums because most places are building the indoor stadiums. We've seen the outdoor game at Nissan,
which was cool,
which was very cool. So I'd be cool with the Winter Classic. The college football national championship would be nice.
Yeah. I mean, look, we're not going to turn anything down. I just think for me, I was like the Final Four basketball.
Yeah,
it would be great. It's Final Four, right?
Yeah. No,
hometown.
I agree.
So, and I'm not a big arena guy for basketball games, but if you're going to do it, might as well bring it in and
stadium.
have it.
Yeah. Final Four, though, I think it works.
Yeah,
you could do that. Trying to think of some other events that would come in. I have a feeling we'd be in a regular rotation to get some of these WWE things like a SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, Money in the Bank, these big marquee events.
But you wouldn't have anything soccer related.
Not indoor, right, Dr. Crane?
No, there could be some things. I mean, you could definitely.
Well, yeah. So I guess, they've played the big soccer events at Nissan Stadium. I guess they would move those to the new one, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a smaller capacity because this is going to be 10,000 seats smaller, correct?
Not quite. I think it's going to be like 62, 63, and the current one's 69.
Okay. Well, it's still that's kind of what a lot of European soccer stadiums are doing. They're lowering their capacity from 80,000 to 60,000. So I mean that fits the requirement.
Yeah. Somebody says the NASCAR Clash at the new Nissan Stadium, build the track inside. Like,
would that work?
I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be set up big enough.
It's a lot of exhaust.
Yeah. They did that at the Coliseum.
I mean, besides concerts, in the Final Four of college
you'll
football,
you'll have a ton of concerts.
Right.
CMA Fest will be there, which, look, and I can speak for a lot of you, as many concerts as I've been to at Nissan Stadium where I've gotten rained on or it's gotten rained out, that's going to be very nice to not have to worry about that anymore.
Absolutely, it will be. So what opens next? Is it May when they're shooting for?
I guess, yeah.
Man, boy, that's cutting it close. But with the season there in 27.
So yeah, soccer event would be cool. I mean, you got the kit. Like, think about some of the college football kickoff games. I think we'll get better games.
Probably, yeah.
You know,
I mean, that are moving here. Even though I was thinking about somebody said, "What about a tennis match?" I don't think tennis would work in that stadium. Like, if it's a big tournament. They're not going to come to Nashville anyway. But I think tennis is best for an arena or outdoors. Like it is. I don't think it fits inside a big arena. It's just
I saw that tennis event with McEnroe and I forgot who it was. He went at Bridgestone. It was cool, but it was. Dr. Crane, you have one.
Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt your guys' great conversation, but the NRL that I've been going to in Las Vegas for week 1, their contract is up in 2028, and obviously that lines up with a lot of Nashville's big marquee stuff in the area. So why not bring it to the city? Bring it to the Music City. I mean, they're already doing rugby at Geodis Park. I think that's a true litmus test to see what this city can really hold.
Yeah. Somebody says TSU homecoming. I'm curious from the TSU, and I get it's part of the deal, and that's totally fine. But I know I've talked to a lot of TSU folks that really would love to see an investment into the stadium on campus and being back on campus.
absolutely every college football should be on campus.
Yeah,
Everyone.
I've been over there. I mean, was it Hale Stadium?
Yes.
Yeah. Hale Stadium and the hole, as they call it. Like I think, that. And I feel like and correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like there are a lot of TSU folks that would prefer to be back on campus.
100%. I mean, if a college football, you want everybody to come to your campus. We've had this discussion before.
Yep.
There's only one SEC team that plays their games off campus.
South Carolina
Plays at the State Fair Complex. So you want people to come see your campus. I mean, like the Vanderbilt new stadium, people are like, well, remodel a stadium, go over to Nissan for no.
Don't you remember?
No, stay on campus.
Remember before NSC got here and John Ingram was involved, that there was talks that he was going to build what would become Geodis Park, but build it where Vanderbilt would play there. And everybody, to their credit, everybody was like, no, they need to be on campus. Yeah. Like, redo that stadium.
First Bank Stadium is really, really, really nice.
They've done a lot of stuff to it. Yep.
Yeah, so don't take anything off campus. And now if I'm a TSU alum, I want that game on my campus. I want people to come see me on my campus.
Here's a good one. 8905. Pry away the SEC championship game from Atlanta.
Yes.
But I don't think it's going to be around much longer.
I don't think they will, because Nashville's got basketball for so long.
Yep. I think the SEC likes having their hubs. Baseball staying in Hoover, which I can make an argument there.
It's fine. It's perfect. It's set up perfectly.
Yeah. Football in Atlanta, basketball here.
And the women are in
Tampa, I think.
Duluth, Georgia.
Or are they?
Something like that, yeah. Which works out fine.
Yeah.
I mean, you have your spots and keep them. That's why I've always said forever, I think the Super Bowl every year should be in New Orleans. It's not. It won't. No, I get that. But I just think there's some cities that are built for that. And I think, but I like what the SEC does, scattering things around. I think it's perfect. Everybody's got a little piece of the pie.
1847 says SEC kickoff, UT Vanderbilt at the new stadium.
Will never happen.
They did one or two, because I went to one at Nissan, and I think they did two of them.
It would never. 2000 Vanderbilt hosted Tennessee
at Nissan,
and there was a problem.
Nobody went.
No, everybody went.
It was very orange.
It was very, very.
I
orange.
went. I went to so it was only 1 year.
I think it was only 2000. Something was being done to Dudley Field, so that was it. Or no, I think they just moved it down there.
I think they wanted to see what it would do. Yeah.
And you don't do that. You don't move games off your campus.
No, I wouldn't.
And look, another thing, it'll be a beautiful stadium. I'm not a neutral site guy. Remember, Dr. Crane, we talked UT Syracuse at the Georgia Dome a couple months ago. We pulled up the screen about the attendance, like 43,000 in Atlanta.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd have got 98,000 in Knoxville for that. If you're gonna have a neutral site game, college. I don't know, not a fan of it, man.
Yeah.
I like college football on campus.
Ryan in Florida says a rodeo.
Heck yeah, man.
I was waiting for this one. So Colin says soccer typically requires real grass, and I'm sure the new stadium they could do that. They could bring that in if they wanted to. How about the Olympics?
LA's got it in 28. It
would be a long time, and by then you'd have to look at doing. I mean, you'd probably have to have an outdoor stadium for track and field and stuff. The Georgia Dome was built for the Olympics, but Turner Field was Olympic Stadium and was converted to Turner Field. So in Atlanta, you got places like I think in Nashville. I think bid for it for 20.
I mean, it'll be 2040 probably.
Yeah.
They will probably every 12 years go back to America.
Yeah,
or North America.
But I would love it.
States.
I think that'd be really cool.
I'll be long gone. You can tell me all about it.
Just walk. Joe, what's up, man? Let me
out,
tell you about the Olympics.
Come out to the cemetery and talk to me. And say, look what we got. We got the Olympics. And you could also say, Joe, you're right. We never got baseball.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll say that or not. We'll see. For some reason, when you're gonna have like long hair and like an eye patch and smoking a cigar.
Yeah. And they get baseball.
Joe turned into Lieutenant Dan.
You got magic legs.
615-737-1025. Besides the Super Bowl, what are some events you'd like to see the new stadium hosts? We'll continue this discussion coming up next live from Flower Express in Rivergate.
Yeah, today we're live at Flower Express. Guys, we got you taken care of for Valentine's Day. Here's all you got to do today. Just go to flowerexpress.biz. Flowerexpress.biz. Use the code today, Big Joe. All your deliveries are free. Now, this is the greater Nashville area and county surrounding. Sorry to our lovely friends at Clarksville. Sorry about that. But anyway, flowerexpress.biz. Use the code Big Joe. That's $20 off. That means your delivery is free. All week long, use 102.5 when ordering. You get 10% off all orders that you put in. Use 102.5. Guys, be a hero. Order your flowers now. Get them there ahead of time. The lady will love it. She'll thank it. You know what? My guy's thinking ahead. Again, flowerexpress.biz is all you need to do. Use the code Big Joe. $20 off for free delivery. Oh, it's free delivery. And then 102.5 when ordering. 10% off any purchase, pre-order, pickups, carry-out, or online purchases. The People Show. We're thinking about you. Just go to flowerexpress.biz.
615-737-1025 is Chasing Big Joe. 1025 The Game.
All right.
Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game here on this Tuesday. Hanging out at Flower Express here in Rivergate. You can come by and get your flowers all set up for Valentine's Day.
Right. It's the old Whataburger location, which for those who grew up out in this area know exactly where this is out here in Rivergate. They shut down in 1984. They made the return back to Nashville a few years ago.
Yep. There's one right down the street.
This is on the rule, man.
Hair Metal Henry said they should bring back one for the sun, but call it one for the halogen lamps.
I mean, at what point on that text he thought that would sound good, right?
I don't know.
We love you, man.
2076 Battle of the Network Stars, Big Joe versus Mike Organ.
I'll win every time, man.
This one I am 100% for.
Oh, okay.
0626. The NFL Combine.
Oh, absolutely.
I would be all about that.
Yes.
Having done the Combine, you've been up there in Indy.
Yeah.
And look, their setup's great. It's the convention center is right next to the stadium. It's connected to it. You can walk in, but
I'd do one thing. Well, here's one thing they got to do, though. They got to open it up to fans. It's not open.
Yeah.
Not open to fans.
They have certain parts of it that are.
But I want on the field.
The workouts on the field are not. But.
You need to be open. Because can you imagine doing your workout in front of 50,000 people screaming your name?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. The NFL Combine here?
I love it. I would love it. I think, again, you're going to have to fight Indy for it. But, I mean, I think the NFL, we never thought the NFL would move the draft. And they started moving the draft around.
That's right.
I think they should do that with the Combine.
Oh, yeah, 100%, man. That's the best one. Because that's 2 weeks of everything.
Yeah.
That'd be great. Yeah. And have all the workouts in the Music City Center.
Mm-hmm.
And then go to the Combine. But you got to open it to fans. Charge them $50.
Yeah.
They're greedy. They love money.
But you have the big workouts and stuff. I think they, at least when I went a few years ago, at the convention center, they had bench press and a few other things that were in where the fans could see, because we did that.
Did it on TV.
Yeah. And then
why did I not get fired sooner from Channel 4?
And then
man.
all the other workouts were at the stadium.
That would be so great, man.
Well, here's a 9777 says, I'm surprised no one has said this yet, a major UFC or boxing event. I think those would come.
It's happening.
Oh. Which one?
The UFC will definitely happen. They've had two
I
sold
think
out
so.
shows the last 4 years they've been here.
Well, here's the thing. They've sold out the fight nights a bunch. And I had Dana White on my show one time and asked him, and I mean, he gave me we'll bring a pay-per-view there one day, and it just never has happened. I don't get it. I don't understand. So
what was last year? Did they have one last year or 2 years ago?
It was a fight night.
It was July, Joe. Remember Derek Lewis, the memorable interview?
Oh, that's right. Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't follow a lot of UFC. Have they done it in a stadium?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, they did it in, I believe, Jerry's World, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're doing one on the lawn of the White House.
Yeah. They did one in the Sphere at Las Vegas.
Yep.
Did they?
Yeah, it was a one-time thing.
Oh.
Yep. So I would love that. Back to the Combine, though. I will tell you, like, the coolest, Jared can say this too. Walking around with Floyd was like the best.
I bet.
Because I met so many people that I never would have met if I wasn't walking around with Floyd. And they would come up to him.
Right.
I mean, I have a great picture of John Dorsey, who is the general manager. I think it was in Kansas City and Cleveland. And he just like randomly walks up to Floyd and starts talking to him and stuff.
Why don't you hire John Robinson for that week?
That would probably be a
Say, all right,
good thing.
John,
J-Rob?
You're with us. We're going to walk around the convention center all week. But I think if you do that, make it like a media day, like a meet and greet. I know the coaches hate that, but still, I mean, it would be like a chance to meet the coaches. I don't know. Make it a fan event.
Yeah.
Because NFL really doesn't have, they have the fan experience during the draft, but get coaches, bring back some alumni from teams, make it a big deal.
Well, I've told you, John's first Combine We're there. We're standing in the back. He's doing his, his first press conference, and Floyd just the whole time is like, he's just laughing. And I finally am like, Floyd, what is so funny? And he goes, he's been talking for 20 minutes and hasn't said,
Right.
you know what?
I remember when he spoke, he was scared to death because we had him behind the scenes where he walked out because Malarkey was with him.
Yep.
And they went out and spoke, and he was scared to death. That was 10 years ago.
Yep.
God almighty.
Hard to believe.
Yep.
And then what was it? It was the year he ended up getting fired that he got emotional.
Yes.
And that was at the combine.
It was emotional.
But yeah, so I'd love to see the combine. Tommy says they should put the SEC tournament for basketball and the football national championship. I think the SEC tournament is perfect at Bridgestone.
Yep.
I would not move it from Bridgestone Arena.
No, now give me the Final Four.
Final Four, yes, but not the SEC tournament.
Still, the configuration for a basketball game inside of arena is weird. I mean, like I see the one they had at the Pistons played at the Silver Dome. That was all weird, the setup, but for the Final Four, I think that'd be fine.
Yeah. So I mean, look, these are all great, and I think a lot of this stuff is going to happen.
They already got something planned.
Of course, they have to.
There.
Yeah,
ready to go. But like concerts, rodeos, monster truck jobs.
I think the first major, not counting a concert, but the first major sporting event will be a WrestleMania because they like opening stadiums.
But you said they're gone next year.
They're going to Saudi next year. I think it would be the following year.
28.
Yeah.
So the stadium's already open.
Well, true. Yeah, but I mean, like, I'm talking about non-Titans, like, that's a big marquee event.
I mean, that's a money-making machine.
Yep.
Huh. Okay. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, they've got to have like a list of like 30 things they're waiting to pop in there.
Sure.
Get done.
Hey, be sure to register for Stars Trivia Night at Boom Ba's in East Nashville. It's going to be Thursday, February 19th, and it will be a night full of fun, food, and prizes while supporting Stars Nashville, a nonprofit providing free mental health supports for students in over 200 schools across Middle Tennessee. We've partnered with them for years. More details on how to register, just visit theGameNashville.com/events. Joe?
Yo!
Oh. Never mind. No, we're good.
There we go. All right, guys. We talk all the time on our show about mental health for men. Listen, guys, I need you to go to therapy, man. Do me a favor. Go to therapy. I tell you all the time, I'll go to therapy, change my life. When you open it up, it feels so good. You find gratitude and you draw closer to God. And I know we talk about anxiety and depression. 2 words can just wreck your life if you let them. So here's what we do. We don't answer the door when they knock. We just don't. You know what we do instead? We go to theGameNashville.com, click on the Chase and Big Joe Show. We're so honored that we've partnered with the Unity Psychiatric Care based right here in Middle Tennessee to get you back on track and living the life you deserve. Simply go to theGameNashville.com, click on the Chase and Big Joe Show. There you'll see that link for Unity Psychiatric Care. Start taking back your life. Listen, it's private, it's secure, and it's confidential. No one has to know you go. They've got telehealth. I just need you to go. Look outside. It's a perfect example. 2 weeks ago, it was 15 degrees, and it was ice and everything. It just looked terrible. Now we get sunny skies. That's what happens. It turns to sunny skies. That's why we need you guys here, because it does get better. And listen, if you've got a loved one who's going through something, you might need this as well, too. You're noticing that they're not acting the same. Still, go to theGameNashville.com, click on the Chase and Big Joe Show. And there, you'll see a link to Unity Psychiatric Care and start taking back your life. We love you guys so much. Help is just around the corner. Take back your life. And please know this. You don't have to go through any of this alone.
Joe will be singing this at the Wrangler Friday night.
Right? Halftime of the Virginia-Ohio State game on Saturday. The People Show, Chase Big Joe Show, live at Flower Express in Rivergate. We got you taken care of, guys. flowerexpress.biz. Go to the website today. Get your flowers done for the lady. You'll be taken care of. Listen, today, use the code word Big Joe at checkout. It waives the delivery fee. That's how much we care about you guys and want you to be the hero. flowerexpress.biz. Use the code Big Joe at checkout. It waives the delivery fee. Also, the rest of the week, you order flowers 10% off. Use 102.5. Mention that at checkout, 102.5, and you get 10% off on pre-order pickups, carry-out in-store, online purchases, all that good stuff. flowerexpress.biz, locally owned. That's important. Locally owned. Support the community, support locally owned, and that Derek and the gang out here are fantastic, and you guys are a big part of the success. We want you here, flowerexpress.biz.
615-737-1025, taking your suggestions on things that can be in the new stadium other than the Super Bowl. Jay from Laverne, this is a good one. What about doing a big Nashville Cats game in the stadium?
Why not, right?
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm sure Greg and Coach Fisher are hearing that right now. We're like, can we sell Clarksville out
Yeah,
first?
right? Let's do that one there. What about this? What about like a 4-day Monsters of Rock
Oh, my God, yes.
concerts? Like Thursday, Fridays, like a CMA Fan Fest, but for
80s hair metal?
yes, right?
Yes.
I mean, bring all like Cinderella and Warrant and bring all these and get these groups together. The guys hadn't talked to each other in 30 years.
that would be awesome.
Have all that. 4 days.
Bob mentions a good one. We don't talk politics here on the People Show, but a presidential convention.
Yeah, I mean, it brings a lot of money.
I mean, they do those in arenas, right?
Yeah.
Usually.
That's because it's more confined and it's a little bit more intimate that way. But, yeah, I think they'll stay away from that.
Yeah. I mean, if one of the parties came along and was like, we want to be in Nashville.
I feel like we're missing something, right? I mean, something that could be in there.
Final Four, WrestleMania, Super Bowl, college football playoff or national championship game. I've seen a lot from Monster Jam.
Those are 3
UFC.
days. Good.
UFC would be good. What else?
Let me see. All right, I'm going.
Steven from Clarksville. How about a Titans winning record?
Yeah. All right. Let's see here. MMA. Cricket. Would cricket work in the new arena?
I don't know.
Let's see.
Have to check their coverage area.
I put MMA, horse racing, boxing. A big boxing match. I wouldn't go see this. You got a bunch of golfers came to the par 3 tournament. Closest. I wouldn't go see that stuff.
No.
I don't even watch the Masters when it's on. I'm not going to see that stuff. What about go-kart racing with F1 drivers?
That could be something. A laser light show. Ryan in Florida says that.
Oh, those are good.
Yeah.
So you used to have those at the the planetarium. What's that place called? Cumberland Science Museum.
Yeah.
And the planetarium over there.
Motocross.
Pink Floyd. Motocross would be good.
Williams says Bonnaroo. I mean, you need more room for that.
Yeah. Plus, there's like 19 stages at Bonnaroo.
Yeah. The World Cup.
Isn't it this year?
But they tried. I mean,
they did try.
They were pushing for it to get it.
And
the new stadium was going to be part of that.
Yeah, and then Geodis is part of the Olympics in 2 years, so that's good.
Yeah.
But I think the concert part of that will be everybody want to play that.
Yeah.
I'm not a big stadium concert guy though, although I think in the new stadium it might sound better.
Yeah,
in Nissan, the stadium the music just takes off, gets out of there. I think in the new stadium would kind of stay in there. It's kind of where to go.
Okay, this one's off the beaten path, but I think they do these in stadiums. Byron says the Barrett Jackson auction, like the car auction.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think people would show up for that.
James said, how about a big circus?
Big circus.
When was the last time like the true circus ever that came to town?
Noon to 3.
Well, that's
they stopped doing elephants, right? I think the elephants aren't part of it anymore. Poor guys. Did I tell you about elephants, Chase?
They never forget.
No.
Oh, they look at us like we look at dogs. Yeah, no, I've heard you
elephants
say
love
that.
love humans, man. That's right. Like we look at dogs. I don't know. Is the circus still around? The Barnum and Bailey would come through in January at Bridgestone, but I haven't seen it in a while.
Andy says the NHL draft there. I mean, they just had it a few years ago here, so I think it'll be a while.
Would that work in a stadium?
Nah, I mean, you can do it at the arena.
Yeah.
I think that's where it needs to be. You believe the NFL draft won't be here for a while?
At least 25 years.
Yeah. I do feel like they're bouncing to – where is it this year?
Pittsburgh. And here's why. We were a victim of our own success.
Yeah.
It went so well. It set all the – and I don't care what Detroit did.
Yeah.
Nashville was first with that in 2019. That every city's like, oh, I want part of this. Every NFL city want to be part of that. And it won't be back for a while.
You know where 2027 is? This is going to be cool, actually.
Oh, let me see here. You said it's going to be cool. 2027 will be in AFC or NFC?
NFC.
2026 will not be in DC.
It will be in DC.
Oh, it is
on the National Mall.
That's exactly right. That's
Yep.
right.
It will be on the National Mall. That's pretty cool, actually.
Oh yeah, I mean that'll be packed.
So it's been. It was in Vegas, Kansas City, Detroit. I think Cleveland was in there somewhere, and Green Bay, Pittsburgh this year, DC next year.
What was it Dallas before? Yeah, because Rashaan Evans was drafted in Dallas.
Yes.
In 2018.
Yeah, because 2015 was the first time they moved it. So Chicago, Philadelphia, Dallas, Nashville, Roger Goodell's basement, Cleveland, Las Vegas, Kansas City, Detroit, Green Bay, Pittsburgh.
Right. I'm telling you, I mean, Nashville did it so well that every other city. If I'm Phoenix, I'm like, I want the draft.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
If I'm Miami, give me the draft.
Because they had the only time they've repeated a location was Chicago.
Yep. It's crazy watching the Rise of the 49ers documentary when they did the draft. They got like Joe Mon. It's like a couple of guys sitting around a ballroom, like, hey, we're gonna start the draft here. Pay attention. Pete Rozelle's like banging the glass, the spoon next to the glass. Like,
yeah,
hey,
wasn't it like a dinner?
Yeah, basically, it was inside just a little ballroom, and then it just took off. And then I give a lot of credit to the Jets fans for making the draft what it is.
Yeah, and the
the Marriott Marquis in New York City, because they would take a player and they're like, oh my God, and they'd be, that's a terrible pick.
And then they moved it to Radio City.
Yep. And it just took off.
Yep.
I mean, it's a brilliant marketing thing.
Yeah, that's crazy. So Nashville, it was here, and then it was virtual. Then Cleveland, Vegas, Kansas City, Detroit, Green Bay.
Good old COVID, man.
That was something. The time we all forget.
Yeah, right? You remember who the first pick was in that COVID draft? 2020?
2020. Was that? No, Kyler was here. Who was 2020?
Oh, well, Marco, you got to guess this one, buddy. It was actually pretty good because when he was drafted, it was virtual, and he gave a nice little speech. It was kind of cool because he was in his house, parents' house.
Tua?
Nope. Oh, I'm not gonna. You gotta earn this one, Chase. You gotta earn it.
The quarterback, right?
First pick of the 2020 draft.
No, it was Jacksonville. It was
no, sir.
No. Okay.
God, you almost shot me with the arrow.
I really don't.
You're gonna kick yourself.
I don't remember.
You've always said this is the greatest college football team of all time.
Oh, Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow.
Yeah, LSU. Yeah. Jeez.
Is that the one virtual when Isaiah Wilson was drafted and his girlfriend, his mom moved the girlfriend out of the way or something? Is that the one? Yes.
Yeah.
Woo, should have known right then.
A lot of teams forget that draft.
yeah, right? Was that the CeeDee Lamb draft when his girlfriend grabbed the phone?
Yeah, hang on.
And he jerked it back from her?
It was – I just want to look at this real quick. All right, Burrow was one. Chase Young, number 2 to Washington. Jeff Okudah to Detroit. Andrew Thomas went to the Giants. Tua was 5th to the Dolphins. Herbert, Derek Brown, Isaiah Simmons, C.J. Henderson.
Was Bosa in that draft?
Kai Becton, Henry Ruggs, Tristan Wirfs, Javon Kinlaw, Jerry Jeudy, A.J. Terrell, CeeDee Lamb, Austin Jackson, Damon Arnett, Clavion Chason, Jalen Rager, Justin Jefferson, Kenneth Murray, Cesar Ruiz, Brandon Ayuk, Jordan Love, Jordan Brooks, Patrick Queen, Isaiah Wilson, Jeff Gladney, Clyde Edward-Helaire. So
Isaiah Wilson. I'll never forget John Robinson's like, to me about the Isaiah Wilson.
Bosa
like,
was 19.
On 19. John Robinson's like, you know that when you're on the dating app on Tinder and the picture doesn't actually meet up to the person? I was like, oh, man. That's a great way to put that.
Jeff Okudah's about it. You guys talked about him today, Dr. Crane, about being a potential free agent signing for the Titans.
Yeah, I mean, that's a work in progress. It's a cheap deal, and it's a body on defense that you can use, and it's genius. I mean, Jake brings a lot of good opportunities and ideas to the table, and that was one of them.
Okay, well, good. Good stuff there.
Yeah.
Coming up next, it is time for What Day Is It? And celebrity birthdays. We'll put a bow on things from Flower Express in Rivergate here on 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game on this Tuesday, presented by the Omni Nashville Hotel. We'll be there on Thursday. Today we're at Flower Express in Rivergate. And Joe, one more time, throw out what all people can do to get their flowers for their special someone.
Absolutely. Guys, we love you. We want you to be the hero with your lady. Here's all you got to do. Go to flowerexpress.biz today. Use the code Big Joe at checkout. That's $20 off. Basically waives the delivery fee. It's right there. You're already saving money. During the rest of the week, if you go to flowerexpress.biz, again, use the code 102.5 when checking out, 10% off everything that you get. Use the code 102.5. Again, go to flowerexpress.biz. Order those flowers now. Get it done. Get it over with. You will be the hero. You don't even have to thank us. That's how much we love you guys.
Can I put you in like a tuxedo and have you show up at people's houses
Yeah.
to deliver?
Absolutely.
I think that'd be hilarious.
I will absolutely do that.
Dr. Crane, too. Like
You
could
can
be like,
drive me around.
yeah.
Yeah, the roles reverse. How about that?
I'll sit in the back seat, right? When you drive to somebody's house. So here you go.
Easy with the back seat now, Joe.
Could we do a barbershop quartet?
What the hell? Huh? Well, yeah.
I'm just moving on.
Yeah, please. Dude.
Let's get to what day is
Lord.
it at celebrity birthdays.
I mean, he just throws it out there willy-nilly. You can't do that, Joe. You just can't.
No, you drive me around. I'm sitting in the back. What the hell did you think?
Hey,
I
leave
meant?
Willie out of this.
Yeah, it's his birthday yesterday.
Happy belated birthday, Willie. Oh, man. National Flannel Day is today.
We love flannel. Joe's wearing
I'm
some flannel.
flannel today, right?
Yeah, you are.
If you're a big fat guy like me, flannel's perfect because you're comfortable in it.
International Cribbage Day. It's a type
That's a
of
card game, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks like a
Or is
card
that what you
game
call
or-
your house?
Well, however you look at it. I already said Extraterrestrial Culture Day. Is that right? No, I
No, you haven't said that.
Okay,
You
well,
just said it.
there we go. Let's see. Safer Internet Day. Plimsoll Day is today. National Home Warranty Day. Umbrella Day. Teddy Day. So if you have a teddy bear, there you go. And last two are always fun. National Have a Brownie Day and National Cream Cheese Brownie Day.
Dr. Crane, do you know what a teddy means when it comes to lingerie?
I knew you were going to bring this.
No.
No? Okay. All right. Hey, we're learning.
Look it up on your own time, not on work computer.
And not on Safer Internet Day either. Yeah, look it up for yourself.
Not a good combination.
All right. Time for celebrity birthdays. Get these within two. All right, Dr. Crane, since we're on remote, we'll start with you first. How old is Mark Spitz, Olympic champion? Mark Spitz. I think he won 5 gold medals.
Mark Spitz goes 63.
62.
76.
Wow.
Chaser, how old is the Shark, Greg Norman?
84.
88.
71,
Oh.
guys. Dr. Crane, how old is they call him Nails, Lenny Dykstra, center fielder for the Phillies and the Mets?
62.
Willie's probably screaming at his radio. He knows this one. I'm gonna. That's a good guess. 63.
63 exactly. Chaser's up 2-0. Chaser, how old is Daryl Johnston, Moose?
63.
60.
60 exactly.
Oh wow, nice.
Tied at 2. Dr. Crane, how old is one of the great tackles in football history? Wayne Gandy. I think he went to Auburn. Wayne Gandy.
71.
61.
55. Chaser, how old is Ty Law? Ty Law, New England Patriots.
52.
48.
52 exactly. Chase up 4-2. Chaser, how old is Lance Berkman?
48.
2011 world champion, Lance Berkman. He is 56.
He's 50. Chase is up 5-2. Chaser, how old is Justin Gatlin, Olympic sprinter? I think he went to Tennessee too.
61.
63.
44. Dr. Crane, how old is the actress Laura Dern?
I'm gonna go. Oh, this is a tough one.
Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park.
64.
62.
59. Chaser, how old is Elizabeth Banks? She was in Invincible I watched the other night with Vince Papai.
Yeah. 57.
52.
52 exactly.
Nice.
5-4. Dr. Crane, how old is Emma Roberts? That'll be Julia Roberts' niece.
Emma Roberts. Is that the one that was Harry Potter?
No, it's Emma Stone.
Oh, Emma Roberts. I'm gonna go 35.
37.
35 exactly. Dr. Crane's on top, 6-5. Here we go. Lightning round. Chaser, how old is actor Robert Wagner?
He is 92.
88.
96. Dr. Crane, how old is country singer Lionel Cartwright?
57.
77.
66. Chaser, how old is Good Morning America host George Stephanopoulos?
62.
63.
65. 7-5. Dr. Crane. Dr. Crane, how old is reggae singer Don Omar?
48.
50.
He's 48. Now, you've never heard of that guy in your life, have you?
Never.
9-5. All right.
Working
Chase,
9 to 5.
how old is singer Eric Dill?
61.
60.
44. Dr. Crane, how old is keyboard Corey Lioris of Pablo Cruz?
58.
I'm reaching now.
48.
75. Two more. Chaser, how old is actor Trevante Rhodes? He's in the movie Moonlight.
71.
77.
36. Dr. Crane, the final one. You've got 9. You're beating Chase 9-5. How old is actress Mackenzie Vega? She's in The Good Wife.
39.
59.
32. Dr. Crane battled. He was down 5-4. He wins 9-5. Well done, pal.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nice comeback. Thank you to Flower Express in Rivergate for having us here today.
Yeah, just go to the website, flowerexpress.biz. Use the code Big Joe today. All delivery fees will be waived. When you do that, flowerexpress.biz throughout the rest of the week, use the code at checkout 102.5. Please support local business. This is a local business that's been around a long time. We love supporting local businesses, and Derek and the gang here are part of that.
That is going to do it for us. Peace, love, rock and roll. DVD is coming your way next.
Yeah, as we leave every show to our guys out there, with our message all the time. Listen, we love you guys. Need you to go to therapy. And something I read yesterday that really stuck with me, you cannot give your life more time, but you can give time more of your life. That's why we need you guys here. Know that we love you. Please go to therapy. Please talk to somebody. Please reach out to us. Know that you are amazing. God's given you the blueprint to succeed. That blueprint is you. Know that we love you, more importantly, more than anything else. God loves you.
Amen to that. Peace, love, rock and roll. Like I said, DVD coming your way next on 102.5 The Game.